Okay, let's start with the big question. Why is AC Milan suddenly linked to a player Manchester City can't seem to get rid of? Claudio Echeverri's name has popped up in the transfer rumor mill again, and honestly, this feels like déjà vu. Last year, he was the next big thing from River Plate, but now he's being shopped around like a clearance item. Let me unpack why this potential move is way more complicated than Milan just needing a playmaker. First, Milan's playmaker hunt makes sense. They missed out on Carretzas to Dortmund, and Matthias Sol's situation is, let's say, financially awkward. But Echeverri? Here's the catch. He's a 22-year-old with a 2028 contract at City, which means he's not exactly a desperate loan case. Except he is. His last 2 loans, to Leverkusen and Girona, were disasters. 17 games, 1 goal, and a relegation? That's not just bad luck. What's the pattern here? Is he a victim of City's conveyor belt system? Or is there a fundamental mismatch between his style and European expectations? Let's talk about the elephant in the room, Milan's non-EU quota. They can only sign 1 more non-EU player, and they've already used it on Andrei Kostic. So unless they're planning to cut bait on Kostic immediately, which would be a PR nightmare, this Echeverri link feels more like window dressing. But here's what fascinates me. Why would Milan even engage? Is Maldini gambling that Echeverri's raw talent, honed under City's elite coaching, could blossom with more responsibility? Or are they just desperate to fill a void left by De Keteler's inconsistency? What many people overlook is how Echeverri's career reflects City's transfer strategy. They buy young South Americans, loan them out to sister clubs, and hope they gain value. It's a calculated risk, but it's also emotionally risky for the player. Imagine being shipped to 3 different countries before 25. How does that affect your confidence? From my perspective, Milan would be inheriting a player whose development has been fractured at best. But maybe that's the appeal. If Echeverri flops in Italy, City can write him off as a lost investment. If he succeeds, Milan looks brilliant for spotting the diamond in the rough. A detail I find fascinating? River Plate's interest. The club that produced him wants him back on loan. City prefers a European loan, though. Why? Because his long-term value is tied to proving himself in top-tier leagues. Milan's Serie A is a step up from Girona, but not a guaranteed spotlight. This raises a deeper question. Are we witnessing the birth of a new transfer model where clubs like City act as player developers rather than traditional owners? If so, Milan could be a testing ground, not a permanent home. So, where does this leave us? Personally, I think Milan's hesitation makes sense. They're stuck between a rock and a hard place, needing creativity but also needing to avoid another De Jong-esque disaster. Echeverri's talent is undeniable, but talent alone doesn't win games. What Milan needs is a player who can step in immediately and elevate the team, not someone who needs another year to adapt. If City wants to loan him out, why not let a smaller club take the risk? Unless this is all about Maresca giving him one last chance. But hey, what's your take? Would you roll the dice on Echeverri, or play it safe? Let me know in the comments. Let's debate this.